Sherlynn here. Today I'm going to read you a delightful children's story called Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. Ever heard of it? I'm sure you have. It's by Lewis Carroll, and before I begin the story, I'd like to give you a little bit about Lewis Carroll, its author. Charles Lutwidge Dodgson, born 1832, died 1898, is better known by his pen name, Lewis Carroll. He was an English writer of world-famous children's fiction, notably Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and its sequel, Through the Looking Glass. He was noted for his facility at wordplay, logic, and fantasy. Carroll suffered from a bad stammer, but he found himself vocally fluent when speaking with children. The relationships he had with young people in his adult years are of great interest, as they undoubtedly inspired his best-known writings and have been a point of disturbed speculation over the years. Carroll loved to entertain children, and it was Alice, the daughter of Henry George Liddell, who can be credited with his pinnacle inspiration. Alice Liddell remembers spending many hours with Carroll, sitting on his couch while he told fantastic tales of dream worlds. During an afternoon picnic with Alice and her two sisters, Carroll told the first iteration of what would later become Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. When Alice arrived home, she exclaimed that he must write the story down for her. He fulfilled the small girl's request. In 1863, he had taken the unfinished manuscript to Macmillan, the publisher, who liked it immediately. After the possible alternative titles were rejected, Alice Among the Fairies and Alice's Golden Hour, the work was finally published as Alice's Adventures in Wonderland in 1865 under the Lewis Carroll pen name, which Dodgson had first used some 9 years earlier. Critical literature has often proposed Freudian interpretations of the book as a descent into the dark world of the subconscious, as well as seeing it as a satire upon contemporary mathematical advances. Late in 1871, he published the sequel, Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There. The title page of the first edition erroneously gives 1872 as the date of publication. Its somewhat darker mood possibly reflects changes in Dodgson's life. His father's death in 1868 plunged him into a depression that lasted some years. By the time of his own death in 1898, Alice had become the most popular children's book in England, and by 1932, it was one of the most popular stories in the world. I hope you'll enjoy Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. And without further ado, I think we should get started.